just anger. She could feel the hurt that lay hidden behind the cold, remote expression on his face. She thought he'd just walk away then. Unfortunately, he didn't intend to do so before he had his say. "I knew it was a mistake to ever ask you out." The words struck like a shotgun blast to her heart. He wasn't finished. "I'm not some character in a Shakespearean tragedy, Sierra. I'm not Romeo to your Juliet, and I didn't ask you out because I wanted to play around." He turned away with that and almost reached the steps before she could speak past the tears choking her. "I love you, Alex." He turned around then and looked at her. "What did you say?" His eyes were dark and hot, still filled with anger at her with good cause. She hadn't considered what her silence would cost him. All she had thought about was avoiding a confrontation with her father. Alex stood waiting. I said I love you." "Say it in Spanish," he told her in the same tone he had used when tutoring her. She swallowed, wondering if he only meant to humiliate her more before he walked out of her life. "Te amo, Alejandro Luis Madrid, corazón y alma." She started to cry then, hard, racking sobs. He caught hold of her and poured out his feelings in Spanish. Though she didn't fully understand the words, she saw in his eyes and felt in his touch that he loved her. Infrequently over the years, he had fallen back into his first language during times of powerful emotions. He had spoken Spanish when he made love to her on their wedding night, and again when she told him she was pregnant. He had wept and spoken Spanish in the wee hours of the morning when Clanton had pushed his way into the world, and again when Carolyn was born. And he had spoken Spanish in tears on the night her father died. But that night, on the porch, they both forgot about the lights. In fact, they both forgot everything until the front door was jerked open and her father ordered him gone. She was forbidden to see Alex. At the time, it didn't matter to her father that Alex was ranked number 4 in a class of 200 students. What mattered was that Luis Madrid, Alex's father, was one of those beaners who worked as a laborer in the Sonoma County vineyards. Her father didn't care that Alex was working a 40-hour week at a local gas station to save money to put himself through college. "I wish him luck," he said, and it was clear that luck was the last thing he wished Alex. She reasoned, cajoled, whined, and begged. She appealed to her mother, who promptly refused to take her side. In desperation, she threatened to run away or commit suicide. She had gotten their attention with that. "You so much as talk to that beaner on the phone, and I'll call the police," her father had yelled. "You're 15. He's 18. I could have him arrested." "You do, and I'll tell the police you're abusing me." Her father called her aunt in Merced and made arrangements for her to spend a few weeks there cooling off. Alex was waiting when she returned, but he proved less malleable than her male parent. He had a few succinct Spanish words to say about her idea of meeting him in secret. Alex was a fighter who preferred facing wrath head-on. She had never expected that he would deal with the situation on his own. He just showed up at the house one day, 5 minutes after her father had come home from work. She learned later from a neighbor that Alex had been waiting down the street for more than an hour. Her mother, sympathetic to their plight, invited Alex into the foyer before her father could get to the porch and order him off the property. Clutching the steering wheel of her Honda Accord now, Sierra remembered how she had felt that day, seeing Alex standing in the front hallway between her mother and father. She had been so sure her father would kill him, or at least beat him to within an inch of his life. "What's he doing here?" She could still hear the anger in her father's voice as he dumped his briefcase on the floor. Sierra had been convinced he was only freeing his hands so he could get them around Alex's neck. Alex stepped around her mother and faced him. "I came to ask permission."